Hi Service Alternatives and happy Friday. As a community-based organization, we are incredibly interconnected. We all are responsible for supporting the health and safety of the vulnerable clients that we support. By us following our protocols 100%, and I mean 100%, we're supporting each other to be safe. We're supporting the families that we are going home to be safe. And we're supporting our communities to be safe. With mask wearing, it really truly means at all times. If any of us is working in our offices by ourselves and the door is shut, it's okay to have your mask off. If the door is open for any reason, your mask must go on. If you're cooking or you're cleaning or you're doing dishes or you're in the garage of a client and there isn't anybody else around, but you're still at work, you have to have your mask on. What we know is that we each have a responsibility for helping community spread. And the impact of COVID in our communities, the spikes that we are seeing all around us are tremendous. So each of us has such a profound responsibility to be committing to the health and safety of each other, our work, and everybody around us. So I really, really implore you to follow the protocols that we have set in place. We know they're restrictive, and we know that they're contributing to us really making a difference in our communities. If you didn't watch the November episode of Good Day SA, I encourage you to do that. One of the focuses we had there was on the idea of gratitude. The month of November is a great time to really think about gratitude with Thanksgiving upon us. And here are a few things that I'm grateful for around Service Alternatives. The first is I'm grateful for kids who get to go to forever homes. There's a Spokane foster family who has just applied for their adoption, and they are in the process of adopting a child that we have been supporting in behavior rehabilitation services for a few years. This is amazing. This is what we're here for in Children and Family Services, is to support kids to get to permanency. So this is a really exciting celebration for this young man and of course for this family. I'm thankful and grateful for fun. The Vancouver team, as we know, won the pumpkin carving contest. Each member received a medal that happens to be glow in the dark, and instead of the coveted trophy that we have for the pumpkin carving contest, the medals suffice this year because we're trying to minimize the amount of travel that we are having and minimizing the social contact, of course. I am grateful for the learning that our teams are doing every single day. Sam Sanabria and the King and Pierce County managers have been really working on understanding financial management. It can be really complicated in some of our programs to figure out how to budget and how to manage those budgets. And of course, financial management is one of the things that helps us here at Service Alternatives provide excellent services and do the interesting things that we're working on bringing for employees. So I'm appreciative of the amazing learning that's happening around our organization. I'm thankful for new faces and new partnerships. The Hartselle and Riverside programs are welcoming a new program manager. She's brand new to us, and they're incredibly grateful for the amount of support they've received from staff who work in supported living and staff who work in the in-home program. Hartselle and Riverside have gone through quite a bit of transition and have really benefited from what happens when team members are willing to help out in unique and different ways, and so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for clients who are really recognized for their value. Brandy is a client that we're supporting in supported living on the island, and she recently received a $2 raise, and her employer is also supporting her to work from home during this time. She was nervous with the new restrictions. She was nervous with the new number of cases that are spiking in Island County and around her. And so she's getting the support of her employment specialist, Brittany, to pick up work from her employer, bring it to her house. She does the work there, and then Brittany takes it back to her employer. And for us, we really recognize every single person being a valued member of their community. And one way that happens is through clients in supported employment really being recognized for their value by being paid appropriately. So I'm excited for that. I'm grateful for parents. We have the most amazing parents that work here at Service Alternatives. Some of you are doing everything you can to support your kids to have what they need to homeschool at home while you're at work. Others of you are working remotely, and you have kids that are in your background and working next to you on their schoolwork, and you're needing to figure out how to focus on your own work while also homeschooling your kids. My kids are 21 and 23, and so I missed this particular opportunity. I also just have profound respect and empathy for what every one of you is doing every single day. I'm grateful for our Alpine team. So the Alpine team has an experience of 3 boys having been exposed to COVID on a school bus, and the Alpine team has been needing to support each of these boys in a quarantine situation. Heather Hansen, your area manager, has really gone out of her way to make sure that I knew how much she appreciates and respects the work that each of you is doing and how proud she is of the work that you're doing. It's also an opportunity for me to express my gratitude for those of you who are supporting other clients in quarantine or who are having to quarantine yourselves. And lastly, I'm grateful for all of you. It's what each of you does every day, no matter what your role as a direct support professional, if you're leading a team, writing checks, doing technical support, training, foster care licensing, the list goes on and on. And it's what each of you that does what you do every day that makes Service Alternatives who we are. So I'm thankful for you. I'm wishing each of you a healthy and happy Thanksgiving. And I implore you to wear your masks and follow the protocols we have in place 100%. They're for your safety, our clients' safety, and for the safety of everyone around us. Bye-bye, Service Alternatives.